Welcome back, everyone. This is part 2 of the King's Castle. King James along with Blair Chopin.
Hey, guys.
And as you know, we're getting you set for the 30th Annual Survivor Series. And over the past few weeks, we've had some major shakeups as far as the interpromotional matches on the card. Last week, Dolph Ziggler made a challenge to face any member of the Monday Night Raw roster for the Intercontinental Championship at Survivor Series. So Stephanie McMahon decided that it was going to be determined in a match between Sami Zayn and Rusev. And I can now tell you that the match at Survivor Series will be Dolph Ziggler versus Sami Zayn.
Ooh.
And
that's going to be Sammy insane.
And in another twist, the cruiserweight division's future may be in question because in another interpromotional match, we're going to see the Brian Kendrick,
the Brian
the
Kendrick,
cruiserweight champion from Raw, defend against SmackDown's Kalisto.
Wait, I don't know who Brian Kendrick is, but does he go by the Brian Kendrick?
Nowadays he does.
I don't know that a lot of people are named that, so I didn't know he had to specify. Is there like another Brian Kendrick on the roster?
No. But anyway...
So he just sounds like a jackass. Is he a jackass?
Well, nowadays he is, yeah.
So he had to churn. Okay.
Right. But...
The Brian
This is interesting because both of these matches have potential to change the complexion of WWE, because as far as the Cruiserweight division is concerned, if Kalisto is victorious, then not only does the belt, but the entire Cruiserweight division goes to SmackDown. And,
wow.
And, no,
I think that would be a good thing.
You do?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I don't know the specific ratings, but I think Monday night has always been associated with pro wrestling, and Raw has always been kind of the more of the show than SmackDown. So I think, do you agree with me on that?
I personally agree, just because Raw has been known to do things that are a little more outrageous.
Yeah, so I just think like having something that differentiates SmackDown from Raw would be good for SmackDown, since they're kind of behind the 8 ball.
Could be, but on the other hand, I'm not gonna give any spoilers here, but there may be a chance that the WWE may have leaked the outcome of this Cruiserweight match already.
Oh yeah, do they have it going to SmackDown?
Well, not specifically. But the reason I say that is because on November 29th, the WWE Network will debut a brand new live Cruiserweight showcase, which they call 205 Live.
205? I wrote a song named 205 once.
Well,
very nice.
They say 205 Live because 205 is the max weight for the Cruiserweights. But anyway, 205 Live will air immediately after SmackDown Live on the WWE Network beginning November 29th. So, call me crazy, but that may be a sign.
Yeah, that would seem like it would be a sign for sure.
Makes sense. Meanwhile, as far as the Monday Night Raw card is concerned, we understand that, as we know, Goldberg is scheduled to make his much-anticipated return at Survivor Series against Brock Lesnar. But get this.
Goldberg.
Okay, enough of the Goldberg shits. Anyway, get this. Next week, live in Buffalo on Monday Night Raw, Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, same ring, face-to-face.
Wow.
If you ask me, I see a major league explosion happening here.
In honor of our new president-elect, I'll call it a big league explosion.
Well, this could change everything because Lesnar's been playing mind games for weeks, trying to get in Goldberg's head by mentioning his young son during the interviews.
Oof. Can't bring family into it.
But Goldberg has never really been one to be a hothead. So if Lesnar gets too personal, that could swing the momentum in Lesnar's favor.
Or,
as far as I'm concerned.
Or another thing is, it could be extra motivation for Goldberg and swing it in his favor.
Very well may be.
Because we've heard stories of people surviving miraculous, like desperate, disastrous situations because they had the thoughts of their family. And then being motivated to do extraordinary things and extraordinary feats. Why couldn't that be the case for Goldberg?
Well,
I mean, on paper, he's the underdog in this match.
But he did say one of the reasons that he wanted to return to the WWE was because
he wanted his son to see him fight.
Well, not only that, but he missed being a hero for all the kids. On the other hand, we got to think about it from a livelihood perspective here, because think about it. We're talking about a man who's about 39 years old in Brock Lesnar, going against a man who, in a lot of people's eyes, still has it, but is pushing 50.
Right.
So I'm excited for it, but at the same time, you can't help but wonder if Goldberg is taking a little too much of a risk, even though we know he still has it.
Okay, but my thing is Goldberg has obviously waited a long time for this to happen. He hasn't wrestled since 2004, right?
Right. WrestleMania 20, his last match. Against Brock Lesnar.
Obviously, I think this guy's well-to-do off financially. I don't think that's a concern. Why wouldn't he come back unless he knew he could do it?
Very well said.
So that's what I'm thinking. I think he's still a beast. I think he still works out. So I'm not too concerned about that.
So based on what we know right now, you still think that Goldberg has the edge?
Yeah, I do. I mean, okay, I think this is setting up for a situation where they have a rematch. I don't think this is over. I think if it's over and it's Goldberg's last match, then I think it's wrestling. It's wrestling. The history of wrestling tells us he's going to lose.
Could be.
Right?
Well, we'll soon find out. But when we come back, I have some huge news as it relates to next week's SmackDown, so stay right there.